There's no denying the fact that it is the electric version of the Tata Nexon that popularized a mass market electric SUV. And with more and more EVs, there was a need for an enhanced range given there are more premium SUVs with better range now. Enter the EV Max. Hello all, I am back here again with the Tata Nexon EV Max. Last time we couldn't detail many things due to the time crunch, but now we are here detailing its interior, features, real world performance and range, charging options and giving a perspective on its pricing. Since we have already detailed the changes and cosmetic tweaks in the earlier video, you can check that out in the link mentioned here. For now, here's a chart showing the dimensions of the vehicle to show how it stacks up against the other SUVs. I still believe this is one of the most good looking and well proportioned compact SUVs in the segment. Also, just in case you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, you can click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to never miss an update from us. Getting in and out of the SUV is easy and the Nexon offers a nice driving position. Outward visibility is good, but the thick A-pillar might restrict some of the visibility while turning right. And unlike many other SUVs that offer a flat seat, these are nice, snug and hold you nicely. We have actually measured the car and the space inside is considerably good. Here is another chart showing the dimensions. One more thing we would like to mention is that despite this being a spacious cabin, the lighter shade of upholstery has brightened things inside and added to the sense of more space. Even in the second row, one might think the floor might be high to incorporate the batteries below, but it isn't so. In fact, there's good space to stretch out your legs and relax. The SUV has always been a well-equipped car, and given the new demands, Tata Motors has been bringing in new features. For example, now the Nexon gets ventilated seats, which is quite a practical and useful feature for the hot and humid climate conditions that we are in. The other standard comfort, convenience and safety features in the top spec model of the Nexon are as shown here. Another interesting but specific feature to this Nexon EV is the part digital, part analog instrument cluster. The left side shows Regen levels in the drive mode, but there's also a little graph at the bottom next to the type of region that you are in. The graph basically shows how hard you are on the throttle or the partial inputs that you are giving, or how gentle you are at the pedal. At the center, there's a junk load of information for your usual stuff, including the odometer, infotainment, etc. The Nexon EV Max gets a bigger 40.5 kWh battery as against the 30.2 kWh as seen in the standard Nexon EV, which by the way is now called the Nexon Prime. Here are the power and torque figures of this one, which are higher at 141 bhp and 250 Nm of torque, up from the regular power output of 127 bhp and 245 Nm of torque. The difference is quite apparent with the way it moves ahead in any mode. So yes, there are still three driving modes: Eco, City and Sport. And you can feel the lethargic response in the Eco mode as compared to the instantaneous throttle response in the Sport mode. The City is the default mode and still has a good response. This EV Max gets 3 levels of Regen settings, but actually they call it 4 levels because this has an advantage of switching the region off completely, and that's number 4. This is quite nice, providing quite a differentiation and are moderate in terms of one pedal driving. All of this is in a bit to recharge the battery pack while braking or cruising. Now, whether you are in the city or out on the highway, sprinting ahead is always going to be fun. The claim figures of 0 to 100 kmph stand at 8.9 seconds. We also tested it on our V-Box and achieved 9.43 seconds. Even the roll-on figures are impressive with 20 to 80 kmph done in 5.69 seconds and 40 to 100 kmph in 6.81 seconds. Now, in the Nexon, you won't hear the suspension work and it can smother bad roads. The shock absorption is good, offering a very relaxed ride. The Nexon uses independent McPherson struts with coil springs in the front and a rear twist beam shock absorber setup. The springs and the dampers articulate well over speed breakers or uneven roads. Then, a ground clearance of close to 200 mm helps clear most obstacles. Yes, the Nexon steering is a little heavy but doesn't make you put in a lot of efforts at slow speeds. Just about 2.5 turns lock to lock isn't too much for this compact SUV. Now, for testing its range, we followed our CarWale's testing cycle. We followed the usual path or the circuit that we do when we test other cars in actual driving conditions. The default driving mode is City and Regen set at 1. Aircon controls are set to standard with the music system on. We drive in the city and the highway till we deplete the complete charge. We followed this cycle and still achieved 308 km of range, which is close to what was expected practically. It should only get better in the eco mode, but still struggle to get to the claimed range of 437 km. Tata Motors is offering multiple charging options like AC regular, AC fast and DC fast charging options according to one's suitability. And today, there are many charging stations with the availability of quick charging. It's interesting to know that an EV on an average has less than 200 moving parts. As a result, it has significantly lower running costs and maintenance expenses as well. The Nexon anyway has a backing of 8 years or 1.6 lakh kilometer warranty on the battery pack and motor. The ex-showroom price of the Tata Nexon EV Max starts at Rs 17.74 lakh for the XZ Plus variant and goes up to Rs 19.24 lakh for this top spec Nexon EV Max XZ Plus Lux. Consider this to retail more than Rs 21 lakh on road. Now, that's quite a price to pay. And if you are amongst the ones who can stretch your budget, there is another option to consider, the MG ZS EV. Yes, the MG ZS EV is a mid-size electric SUV and a car from a higher segment. But it's worth considering if you want to and can afford to move up the ladder. For the premium you pay, you get a bigger car, more features and a little better performance and range. The ZS is not restricted by the sub 4 meter norms like the Nexon and other compact SUVs. This is a proper mid-size SUV with an attractive styling. This MG justifies the higher price tag by offering more features like a panoramic sunroof, bigger screen with HD quality, automatic LED lights, auto wipers, good storage space in the central tunnel, more safety features like blind spot assist, 360 camera and more. Then there's a slightly longer driving range thanks to a larger battery pack. In a real world test, it achieved 341 km, good enough even for a return trip between two close cities like Mumbai-Pune. And when it comes to its performance, 100 kmph from standstill was achieved in just 7.87 seconds. Even for that matter, the roll-on figures are very quick with the 20 to 80 kmph sprint achieved in 4.77 seconds and the 40 to 100 kmph run in 5.83 seconds. So overall, yes, it's a better package but for a higher price. That said, the Tata Nexon EV Max still remains to be a value for money electric SUV. If you think otherwise, do let us know in the comments below. Give us a thumbs up if you've liked this video.